All right, the cross-examination continues. We need a break, but first, criminal defense attorney Eric Schwartzreich is watching along in Florida. All right, what's your take here on the housekeeper slash drug provider on the stand?
Ted, how are you? And good morning. I mean, this testimony is everything. It's crucial. This is a circumstantial evidence case. It's a question of how was the fentanyl delivered? It's supposedly the vehicle, the Moscow Mule, the drink that it was delivered in. And it sounds like a Russian spy novel, you know, poison and the Russians and a Moscow Mule. But what's really going on here is how is the state going to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Corey was the one that administered, that delivered the deadly dose? And because it's a circumstantial evidence case, there's no video there's no video, there's nothing that really shows it. We go into this little world, this little rabbit hole that prosecutors go into where they have cooperating witnesses, the drug dealer and this housekeeper. And what the defense attorney is doing right now is cross-examining strategically, and it's not a perfect cross-examination, but with the drug use and 1,000 little paper cuts, and you lied to Miss Whistler, you lied here, you lied there, to attack this credibility. And also when I'm listening to this, you know, perhaps there's also another party here or parties that could have been involved for whatever reason in delivering the fatal dose or the poison. I mean, we certainly have two people. We've got these jail calls. When you listen to them, maybe it sounds a little bit different than when someone's in a courtroom all dressed up and testifying. What was their involvement? Can you believe their bought and paid for testimony and the deals or immunity and the credibility in this case for witnesses like this housekeeper is everything.
Yeah. I actually think that jail call hurts the defense because they were honestly going back and forth talking about getting the pills to Corey. Why is a mom of three getting pills from the housekeeper? And that, you know, if you're going to say you're lying about everything, those two in cahoots on the jail call are being honest with each other. And if I'm a juror, I might be thinking, all right, Corey's definitely getting these drugs. And at the end of the day, you can't, with a straight face, say, all these drug dealer people, you can't believe them because they got a deal from the feds. I don't know.
Well, Ted, if I can comment on that, there's like two sides to a coin. There's always a way to argue that. I certainly understand your point that that could be hurtful, that it's raw, that it's real. But everyone knows that in the beginning of that jail call, this call is being recorded. So could sometimes people set up what is intentionally is going to be said? And while that testimony, while you call it raw, could be hurtful, and yes, to the defense, but on the other side of the coin, it also does show inconsistencies as to prior testimony that's been said to others. So the question is, if you attack by what I call 1,000 paper cuts and you're attacking credibility, well, what do you believe? And if you can't believe, and if you're not sure, in the defense's hands, the defense argues that's reasonable doubt. You got the credibility of these witnesses because there is lacking in direct evidence here. It is a circumstantial evidence case.
No, all right, fair enough. Let's get a break when we come back.